See if I can bring it down a bit. Change the color, bring it down a bit. Oh boy, oh boy, exhaustion. Yeah, it was good. The haunted house was terrific. I'm gonna see if anybody else is, any of my YouTube friends are online. What's that? I got a text or something. Oh, yeah, I promised some people I'd go live in the AMs, so here I am. Just kind of testing out the waters here. I used to get a lot of views in the AMs. Maybe not so much. Maybe a little bit later in the AM. Yeah, maybe it's a bit later, like at 3 or something. But I can't wait that long. I'm exhausted. The haunted house was amazing. I think it just gets better and better and better every night. This was our third night. We got 2 more nights coming up, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, our third night was the best night. We don't, it's like we don't need a lot of actors and performers to do it, because between who we had this night, especially me and Gene, we do a lot of the scares. What I do is I scare people up front. Sometimes I go to the maze and scare people there, and then sometimes when they're shooting monsters with the little airsoft guns, I scare people there. Sometimes I get shot, but it doesn't hurt. It's not a big deal. It's funny. I scare them, run away, and they shoot me like in the back of the leg or something, or the back. It's pretty funny. I mean, it feels like a little flick. It doesn't hurt. But I scare them. And then when they're in my section, I get on the police car, throw pieces of wood in front of their feet, and have my chains that I whip around. I hit and bang stuff, and I chase them into the police car, and grab at their feet, try to pull them as they crawl out of the police car. I try to pull them, and then once they're walking their way to the circus, I throw an unsurprising or a surprising piece of wood that scares them. Always does. And then they make themselves to the circus. And this time, tonight, I was able to rig my PA system. I had a speaker in the circus room, and then I had a speaker in a different room, and it worked out pretty good. So we're able to fill the warehouse with music and sounds. Yeah, and then Gene had another PA system hooked up in the other side of the warehouse. It was good. It was good. We did a good job tonight. Oh, I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. I'm ready to go to bed. Hey, Krishna! Cool. I will. I got home not too long ago. I was just kind of resting, put my feet up. Decided to watch a new movie. I'm watching The A-Team. It is freaking hilarious. I cannot stop laughing. I mean, I can, but there's moments where I'm laughing out loud. The action is amazing. The A-Team. It's a remake of that old show. They did a good job on it. It's got what's his name? Starring Neeson. What's his name? I can't remember his name for some reason. Maybe I'm just tired. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check out the WhatsApp. I might just check it out in the morning, just because I'm gonna pass out. I'm gonna pass out as soon as I finish this with YouTube. Dexter, the show. Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. It's okay. Wasn't like Dexter's Laboratory or Dexter the other show. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's a good show. Right now, I'm all about the A-Team. I'm just totally obsessed with that movie right now. so good. I'm at the end. I didn't finish the end. Yeah, it is a freaking good movie. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm actually surprised. Yeah, I just out of the blue. I remember that movie came out, and I didn't really think much of it. I don't know if it's because the trailer wasn't that appealing, or I don't know. But it's a good freaking movie. Brian Moser, is that the character in the show? I'm not that familiar with Dexter. I watched a few episodes. I thought it was all right. But freaking the A-Team, amazing. I don't know if you have Netflix, Krishna, but The A-Team is a good movie. It's freaking hilarious. Yeah, it's just action packed in all the crazy ways that you can possibly not think of. They thought of it. It's so good. I wonder if they're gonna make a. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a good show. It's a good show. But like I said, I'm obsessed right now with A-Team. I'm just watching it tonight, and I'm at the ending right now. And I had to pause it to do the live, and I'm just like, I want to get back to the movie and see how it ends because it's freaking crazy. I would almost watch it again, you know, while I'm going to sleep. I might just watch it again. It's that good. Boo! Yeah, long day today. We had to prep. I went in there around 11:30, and I was preparing. I had to pack my truck with a PA system and all this stuff. I had a medical thing I had to take care of. When I got there, I was working all day, basically from 11:30 to 4:30. Came back home, fed the pets, got dressed, and then what did I do? I feel like I picked up something from here. I don't know. I think I picked up something to take to the haunted house. Got there around 5:30. Finished. Oh, it was the balloons. I had to pick up some balloons. My pets are doing good. Yeah, he's my Lolita with the fleas. I ended up while I was watching the movie, I was just kind of like going through her with tweezers, and I picked out like a gazillion fleas out of her. I'm gonna give her a bath tomorrow. I'm too tired today. Yeah, I have a community, but I'm not sure how it works. Like I just kind of got it. I guess like as I build the channel, I get like like options to do stuff. My biggest goal is to hit 1,000 subs. If I get 1,000 subs, I get more access. If I get 3,000 watch time hours, I get more access. So I'm waiting to hit those goals to release my movie. Once I hit those goals, I'm going to release my movie Stray Kids on my channel. I don't know, yeah, the community thing. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can. I'm not sure how it works. I'll look into it. I'll look into it. I'll read some of the YouTube stuff that like they send in my emails to read up about it and look into that. Yeah, you have YouTube ID. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I'm not tech savvy. You know, I just kind of dove in. I'm sure I have a YouTube ID. I don't know. I'll figure it out, man. I'll figure it out. I'll need some time to yeah, go check it out. I need some time to figure that out. But I think anybody can post, if I'm not mistaken. They can post, I think. I'm not sure. Not just, I don't know. I don't know how it works. And right now I'm like completely brain dead. I'm ready to pass out as soon as I'm, you know, done with the live, go watch the ending of this movie and pass the F out. I'm gonna sleep in probably till I have to be there at 5:30 tomorrow at the haunted house. Because you know we share the space with Airsoft Tulsa. They're the people that have the airsoft guns and they shoot the gels with their machine guns. It's a lot of fun. I gotta try out sometime. Yeah, yeah. Can you see my tiredness? Is it showing? I bet it is. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, I look tired, huh? You can kind of tell. Totally pushed it. Totally pushed it today. I'm glad we did. We had a lot of work to do because we share the warehouse with Airsoft Tulsa, and they have to move a lot of shit, like our haunted house stuff. They have to. Where's Nam? What? Oh, Nem, Nem. Nem. She's probably hanging out, doing her thing. I'll ask her if it's cool to share her snap with you. I'm sure it's fine. I just gotta ask, you know, just gotta ask first. That way we can all connect like that. Yeah, but see, the thing is, we share the space with Airsoft Tulsa, and they move our stuff. It's a lot of stuff. It's like fences and curtains and other stuff. Like there's a multitude of stuff. that gets moved, so the space gets opened up. So when the airsoft people come in and play with their guns, with their little, when the adults come in and they play and they suit up in soldier army and play their little shoot 'em up guns. I was a little pissed because they destroyed some of our stuff. So I was kind of pissed. Gene was calm about it. He wrote a note saying, like, please don't break our stuff, please don't shoot at our stuff and break it. They've broken a lot of our stuff. It's very infuriating. Is that the right word? Well, I think I have to accept you as a friend. If you send me a friend or something, I'll look at it, and then you can send me messages and whatnot. We can do video chats and stuff. But it's aggravating because they ruined a lot of our shit. That costs money, and so I think he wrote a note, but I told Gene a note's not good enough. You have to like say, well, this is what they destroyed, and you owe us this much money for the shit you destroyed, because we told you not to do that. Everyone told you not. The airsoft people told you not to break our shit. And what do? You go ahead and break our shit. So we're gonna have a serious talk at some point, if they continue to break our shit, because we have like a lot of stuff, including we have like these canvases that are, those like 3D pictures when you move, it like changes, like you have a picture of a person, and then when you move angles, like a skull appears. Well, we had like 5 of those, and they all have holes in them now because they shot the shit out of them. We have curtains with holes in them. They shot all of our balloons in the circus. They were all fucking destroyed. We told them not to do that. The airsoft people told them not to do that. So yeah, I'm fucking pissed. I had to re-fucking balloon the circus. It's not a big deal to move the fences and the barriers, because that's part of the deal, but having to replace shit that they fucking broke is really aggravating. Like, fucking really aggravating. I had to spend more time fixing everything today, because there's a lot to fix, and not just fixing it, but then we went through the haunted house to see where it was lacking. People were like, they would go one way and get confused, so we built up some more barriers and stuff. But yeah, just kind of aggravating, and now we know a little better that they don't respect anything, so I hid the canvases and the pictures. Other stuff I hid. There's a bunch of stuff that I hid in the closet. I brought my PA system up there and I hid that in the closet. We have a closet space to hide stuff. So I was like, I'm not leaving my PA system out. They're gonna fuck with it. I know they are. They're totally gonna fuck with it and ruin it. And I can't have that. Yo, what up? Yeah, I appreciate that. I also have exhaustion in my eyes. Margaret in the house. What up? Yeah, we're always safe. Yeah, it's nice. YouTube is cool. Meeting a lot of people. Krishna's from India. Oh, okay. That's your snap? Okay. I will take a little snapshot of the screen. What did I just do? Alright, let's take a snapshot of the screen so I don't lose that. Okay, snapshot completed. So now I have it. Cool. Yeah, I'll make sure I'll reach out. I knew a Margaret once in Tulsa. She was pretty cool. I don't think she liked me though. A lot of people don't like me in Tulsa for some reason. I'm very different, but I'm not. I'm actually pretty normal. It's just that everyone's different now. And when you're not that kind of different, it's like you're not accepted, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I remember this friend Margaret told me never to quit filmmaking, but I did. I quit filmmaking because, well, I got banned from a lot of places, and people don't like me. Like I said, they just don't like me. So there's a few. I get along with several film festivals here in town, actually, and around. But there's a lot of people that just don't like me, and I don't care. Krishna, you have the same problem, right, Krishna? We talk about this. You gotta find your tribe, And I have. I found some of the best people that I would consider like family. I would invite them here to have barbecue, in my backyard. They're like family to me, and I'm grateful. The haunted house. Everybody there I consider like friends and cool people and like family. The people in the movie theater at Broken Arrow, I consider them like family, like an uncle and aunt, that I don't really necessarily have here in the States. I do have in Argentina, but it's just nice to have like a tribe, that I can go to and just be good with them and they're good with me, no problems. Very family centered people, you know, um, nothing weird about these people. Very just normal people. I guess we're called normies now. It's like you always gotta just shit on the normal people, don't you? No, let's not talk shit. I'm just tired. I'm exhausted. My brain isn't there. But yeah, I'm not gonna go there because yeah, I mean filmmaking was everything. I've out of everybody I've known in Tulsa, the exception of like Bob Dodd, some other producers, like I've been doing it for like 25 years, and this year alone, since like 1999. I've been doing like independent filmmaking, videography, type of stuff like that, movies, my own independent movies, things like that, and without any help, I'm just doing it on my own. And eventually, the help grew. So Stray Kids is my 17th feature film that I made like on my own as a director, producer, writer, and I had other people helping out this time. Bob Daw was a big help on Stray Kids. So whenever I, like I said, get 1,000 subscribers and like 3,000 watch time hours, so I can get monetized, I'm gonna release the movie on YouTube exclusively. So I consider it my independent masterpiece. And if you know anything about Tulsa filmmaking in Oklahoma here, Outsiders is a big thing. My birthday is November 16th. I don't love. That's a weird thing to say. I don't love Trump. I never met the guy. He's running the country. I respect the president because he's the president. I respect President Obama. Biden was a little tough one to respect, I gotta say. But it's the president. You know, he was a tough one. But yeah, I just respect the fact they're just presidents. I don't like love any president. But I will say, it's hard to talk about stuff like this because you can piss people off so easily. And the truth is, I see a lot of things and I understand a lot of things that a lot of people don't have the capability of doing so. And so they get mad, and upset and this and that. It's like, well, if you took the time to actually understand the issue, then you wouldn't be mad. So I just think that a lot of people have a lot of hatred. It's misplaced hatred, in my opinion, because they don't understand. And it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough because I get it. There's a lot of people who want to live a different kind of lifestyle, and there's some people who want to not have different lifestyles impeding on their normal lifestyles. And no, there's a big conflict now. What are you gonna do? But I have my beliefs, my stance, and I live by them. This is the way I grew up. I grew up in a very family situation. We're all about family, family first. Very, let's just be honest, I like to conserve the idea of traditions and life and family. I know a lot of people aren't lucky to have that, so, some people don't grow up with fathers. Some people, it's a different lifestyle. It's a lifestyle I will never understand. I can sympathize, I can empathize, but it's a lifestyle I will never understand because I didn't live it, and so at least I can sympathize with them, but I'm not gonna demand people to change to live my kind of lifestyle. And that's what I see. A lot of angry people are just kind of confused that they think that people like me who follow commandments and live a very simple life, and they're like, oh, you're the kind of person that wants to kill us. It's like, no, far from it. I just don't give a shit. Go do whatever you want to do. It's your fucking life. Nobody's trying to kill you, but I think the media really does something to people. Like, it really scares them into believing that there's a lot of people out there trying to kill them. And maybe there are. I'm sure there's some crazies out there. I'm sure there are, but I'm not one of them. I can tell you that much. I'm not one of them. Yeah, it's just better, if some people want to get involved in politics in a very heavy-handed way, God bless them. I will look into it, speak my mind, share some of my opinions. That's as far as I go. I will never go to a rally. I won't hit the streets. I could care less. I got more important things to do in life. But some people consider that very important. Like, you got to make change in life. Well, this is what I think. My philosophy: if you want real change, it starts with you. If you want real change in life, it starts with you. You're the changed. They say that all the time. Be the change you want to see in the world. And violence is not in me. It's not my game. Violence. Some people want to choose violence to demonstrate change. That's not me. That I'm far from that. Anyways, God is God. God is good. I'm humble enough to have a higher power over me. Some people believe they're God. Some people believe that there isn't a God. Some people believe that life is pointless. But it's like you figure out what is meaningful to you in life. And you figure that out. You give yourself meaning to the life. There's God. That's great. God is good. It's good to be humble, to kneel down to something that's above you, and that way you don't psychologically put yourself above others. You humble. You stay humble. It's like, even if God isn't real, let's just say he's not. Let's just, for sake of argument, it doesn't matter. Psychologically, it makes me a humble person. It makes me a good person. It makes me a nice person, because I want to believe that he's real, and I want to follow the rules that he's placed upon us, the commandments, And if you want to say, oh, you're a dupe for following a fake religion, fake this, fine, maybe I'm a dupe, but guess what? I'm a nice person because of it. So, sometimes I can be a little not nice, not nice, but I think that's when I get bullied. When I get bullied, that's when I'm like, okay, all right, you want to get into this? We'll get into it. Don't say that, Krishna. You're alive. You have a soul. It's not worthless, okay? Okay? And scientists even say when you break down all the chemicals in your body, it's worth about $80. So if anything, you're worth about $80. That's a joke. But come on, man. You gotta find the worthiness in you. Okay? Only you can do that. You're responsible to feel worthy, the worthiness. You were born. That's all you need to do to feel worthy. You were born. You're a life. You got a soul. It's not worthless, my friend. It's not worthless. Things can change very quickly, and it does. Life may feel slow, but life speeds up, especially when you start to get older. It starts to speed up, and you get older, you get wiser. You learn new things. Don't ever cut yourself short, my friend. Don't ever do it, because you never know what the future holds for you, and I'm sure it's a bright future. Keep going the positive way, and you will have a bright future, young man. Young man. Yeah, dude. I don't know what makes you think that. Maybe it's other people. Maybe it's your parents. Maybe your own family. Maybe it's the people that you try to connect with. Like I said, I had my own problems. I had a lot of people I try to connect with, and they just want to take big shits on me, And what do? You move on. You find people that do like you, and see the value in you and stuff. I highly recommend volunteering. I know that sounds stupid, maybe, but volunteer somewhere. Do something. Volunteer your time. Help somebody out. Do something where it's not about you, and you will feel worthiness because I find helping others is quite fulfilling. Even though I don't make money from it, even though there's nothing going on for me to gain from anybody, I get fulfillment from helping others. That's fine. That's great. It makes me feel good. Yeah, right? Yeah, I need sleep. I need sleep. But I said I would go live, and I want to keep to my word. And this is probably the only time I will do it at this early in the morning. Because I know you guys have... What time is it over there? Like daytime? Yeah, so I wanted to be... That way it's not so late for you guys, because I know it is sometimes. And I thought, this will be better. You guys are more awake this time. See, thinking about other people. It's a good way to go. It's a good way to go. But yeah, I hope you're feeling a little bit better, man. Don't ever feel like you're not worthy, because all you got to think about is that you're alive. And remember what I said before, that the present is the real gift. And that's a little bit of wordplay right there, right? The present moment is the real gift that God gives us. I'm not trying to preach, but if you want to believe that stuff, you can. If you don't want to, that's fine. But you can leave God out of it and just say the present is the gift that you have. What are you going to do with that gift? Lately, I've been giving it to other people. I like it. I like it. It's very fulfilling. Yeah, I've been connecting with people like you, Krishna, and I think that's pretty cool. Hey, you're worthy enough to be my friend. That's pretty cool, right, Krishna? Right? We're like bros. I'm your bro in the U.S. and you're my bro in India. I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty effing cool, my man. So, I got high hopes for you. But if you ever do you have Netflix or what do you got? If you ever get a chance, watch The A-Team. It is a freaking hilarious movie. It's action-packed. It's just great. It's just great. It stars a lot of our favorites here. What's that guy's name? He was in Schindler's List. Schindler's List. He was in Schindler's List. And some other movies. Something Neeson? Neil Neeson? I don't know. I'm tired. I don't know. Sure. I'll send you some of my own family pictures too if you want. If you're willing to be that open and cool. Yeah, I'll send you some of my pictures of my brothers. I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest out of 3. I got 2 older brothers. One's a priest, and the other's a family man, and I'm just the black sheep. Not in a bad way, but I'm just... Even though I'm pretty normal, I'm still like the black sheep in a way. It's kind of funny. But I did a lot of music. I did a lot of creative art stuff. I'm all about the arts and doing that stuff. Just because I always had a knack for it. Out of everyone that I've ever been around, I'm always winning like first place art prizes and first prize film prizes and all kinds of stuff. And acting, best acting shit and things like that. So, and this year was a beast. I mean, I did so much this year. Every month I feel like I accomplished something major, whether it was the film festival. Which was great about the film festival is I dedicate it to the movie theater. So all the money we make from the film festival goes to the movie theater so it can stay open, and keep pushing it. Quah! Quah! I'm an eagle. Yeah, I'm all about giving, because we're all gonna die. We can't take our stuff with us, So the only other option is to try to make other people happy, I guess. Not in a like looking for what's the word? Like you're not looking for the word escapes me. Not bad. Not your English isn't bad, man. We can communicate. Sometimes it's like, what does he mean? And then you clarify, and it's okay. It works. Um, but no, man, you're good. Keep at it. Keep talking to me, and you'll in no time be talking American. Listen to American music. That's what I hear works pretty good. What I was gonna say is I'm not looking for like acceptance from people. Like I could care less if they like me or not, but I'm still gonna be helpful and be nice and you know what I'm saying. I'm always thinking about others. Um, it's the simple stuff too, like this is like a kind of thing that we always did as a PA on movie sets. Was we always ask if people need waters. We go around asking, you know, hey, you need a water, you need a water, and so that's what I did at the haunted house today. Went around, did the rounds, asking people, hey, you need a water, you know, and they do. They're very grateful. It's the little things, you know, the little things. But yeah, I'm not looking for what's the word? I'm not looking to be liked or anything. You just do it because I don't know. It's just very fulfilling to me to be kind, you know, and to do nice things. You know, sometimes I joke and people don't get me, and that's fine. They don't have to. That I can move on to somebody who might get me, you know. And sometimes, you know, people don't like my jokes. That's okay. And there's jokes. There's people that people make jokes of that I don't like. So, you know, it's vice versa. Happens all the time. But those jokes are very extreme. Like very like I saw this comedy stand-up comedy and it was just the most degenerate obscene shit I have ever seen in my life and I was disgusted. I didn't say anything. I didn't make it about me. You know, I try to have a good time. I was with friends. Obviously, I didn't want to like embarrass my friends or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I was like my best behavior or whatnot. I had a good time. Either way, I had a good time. But internally, I was like, this is horrible. Okay, these people. I was kind of judging them. I was like, these people don't have an ounce of intelligence to make intelligent humor. You know, nuanced, intelligent humor is what I like. You know, and they just didn't have it. Their jokes were like jokes for 5-year-olds, but for adults. You know, and they talk about sex and penises and vaginas and raping and pedophilia and shit like that. And I was like, I'm not down with that. You know, but the whole crowd was laughing. You know, but I was like, nah, it's just too much for me. It's just too much for me when people joke about shit like that. You know, it tells me. I mean, I know why they do it because degeneracy sells to the masses. It's a Hollywood trick. Like everybody who's entertainment knows that degeneracy sells. You know, but it's kind of a cop out. You know, because if you do like smart, intelligent jokes, and it's hard to do. That's why people just go for the degeneracy because it's easy to do. It's the easiest shit you can do. It is. You don't even have to think about it, and so it's pretty easy. But I just think it's a cop out. I think it's weak sauce. I think it's unprepared. It's not intelligent. It's not thought out well. You know what I'm saying? It's just dumb, is what it is. Yeah, dark jokes. I have a range, and sometimes I tap into something depending who I'm with and who I'm joking with. But yeah, dark humor is one of my things. Um, and sometimes I'm just straight up silly. Like I don't give an F. I'm just silly as hell. You know, like you saw me this morning, Krishna. I was being ridiculous, and then yesterday morning, you know, when I feel free and like just like I can be myself, I can be very funny. You know. Oh yeah. Well, we can talk about jokes whenever we Snapchat. You know, we can talk about all kinds of dark jokes. You know. Um, but yeah, I'm getting tired. I'm feeling the weight now. The weight on my eyes. The weight on the back of my neck. Yeah, I'm ready to pass out. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. So, hey, 35 minutes ain't bad. You know, I said I would go live. 35 minutes. I can maybe push it an hour. We'll see. I might just pass out. And by the way, I'm not wearing any pants. Just FYI, because I'm about to go to bed. So, I'm comfortable. I'm comfy. No, this is not a bathroom. I had somebody ask me if this is a bathroom. Are you in a bathroom? No, I'm in my trailer. I'm in my 30-foot trailer. I'll be in my trailer if you need me. I just love saying that. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. All right, people. I'm gonna go to bed. Watch the A-Team. It's hilarious. I'm about to go and watch the ending. Probably pass out. Eat some cookies. Drink some milk. And I saw my cat wander in. He's been missing for a few hours. I'm glad he appeared because I was a little worried about him. That's actually another reason why I was up, because I was waiting for my cat to show up. He likes to. I left him outside, and I was gone for a long ass time, since 11:30. I mean, I came back around 5:30 and fed him, and I left him out. So I don't know. I was scared that somebody like took him or something. So I'm glad he's around. I'm gonna go get him and put him inside and go snuggle with my pets. Yeah, and I spent another hour while I was watching a movie picking out fleas out of my dog again. She's got so many. She's got little eggs. I crush those. They make these little crushing sounds that I kind of like. It's very satisfying. I like that. It's like squishing a sand grain or something. I don't know. It's very satisfying. But I gotta give her a bath tomorrow. That's probably the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sleep in till 1 p.m. probably, and then give her a bath first thing. I give her like 2 baths a week. That's a lot. Okay, that's a lot. They say not to overuse the shampoo because it creates rashes on the dog skin. So that's what I do. Oh, that's a good one. Better Call Saul. I enjoyed that show. Really did. There's a guy who lives in Tulsa who was in that show, but it turns out he's a bit of a prick. So what are you gonna do? I tried to like introduce myself, and I tried to invite him to a table read, and he just wouldn't have it. So I crossed paths with him. I said hello, and he was surrounded by like 4 women at a bar, and he wouldn't even say hello to me. Like, he just stood there looking at me like I was stupid, and I was like, "All right, see you later, buddy." I didn't appreciate that. And if I knew his name, I would tell you, but I could care less at this point. So, but he's, I'm not gonna say like he shouldn't be acting. Good for him. If he's doing stuff, great. That's great. Congratulations to him. But he was a bit of a prick. I find that a lot of people who are talented and doing stuff, they have a very prickish attitude. Like, they treat certain people one way, and then they treat people that they think are nobody a different way, and I just detest that a lot. I know so many people that are two-faced in town, and it drives me up the wall, because I've been a janitor. Actually, I've been a janitor. I've been a pest controller. I've done a lot of these jobs that, what do you call those jobs? Blue collar, whatever collar. Many of these jobs, and I don't think that these people have ever worked a day in their life in those kinds of jobs. They just feel like they found their place in TV and movies and stuff, and I don't think they will work a day in their life other than doing entertainment and stuff. Which is like, these days you got to be gay or something, black, to be in the industry. Like I receive things all the time. Hey, we're looking for this. We're looking for this. I never meet the description they're looking for. I'm just like, and if I do, there's gonna be like 5,000 people probably in town going for the role. So it's like, it's always like minority stuff. It's just how it is. And then like last year, it was like, oh, it's all about the Native Americans, which is not a big deal. But the thing is, like, I train my ass off. I work my ass off. I do so much to be in the film industry, and it's like I'm not allowed to be in it, and it sucks because I've sacrificed so much, I've done so much, I've studied so much, and it just pretty much went out the window because I'm not the right skin color, I'm not the right height, I'm not the right this or that. That's okay, it's fine, whatever. I'm gonna do my own shit now, So I took a step back from filmmaking, doing this and that, and I'm exploring other options. I'm a painter. I've been painting celebrities, and I get their signatures, and it's like badass because like nobody's doing that in town. And that's what I love. Nowadays I'm just doing shit that no one else is doing because I'm so fed up. Everybody wants to be a filmmaker now. Everybody wants to be an actor, but they haven't spent a lifetime training in it. That's why it's frustrating. You get people who just show up one day and they want to be an actor, and they get something, and then if they're very lucky, they get something big. And I'm just there scratching my head like, holy shit, they just started and they just got in like nobody's business. That's crazy to me, But I'm not going to be bitter about it. I just moved on. I just said, okay, you know what? I'm going to look for something else to fulfill my creativity in different ways. So that's what I do now. I fulfill my creativity in so many different ways. It's very fulfilling. I have to say, it's very fulfilling. And I'm not bitter towards the film industry or necessarily anybody who works in the industry, but I am going to say my truth. I'm going to say my truth in what I've experienced and what I've gone through, and it is what it is. You're going to treat me a certain way, you're going to be a bully, I'm going to talk about it, and you can get it in my book. I'm publishing a new book. It's called Oklahoma Independent Cinema, Filmmakers, Actors, and the Future of AI in Film. That's my book I just published. It's got a lot of people who I've gotten very lucky to speak with. I did panel discussions through my film festival, and I've transcribed all that from YouTube to the book, and I've included my own personal strifes. Is that a word? Personal stuff that I went through, even with like people who treated me like garbage, absolute garbage, and tried to do so much to ban me and discredit me so much, and it was not a good deal, I tell you that. It was not a good deal. So I'm glad I walked away. I felt like it was the right thing to do. Just like walk away. Like I said, I have Stray Kids. That's like the last movie I made, and I'm gonna release it. It's taken me 15 years to get it done, and now that it's done, I've screened a few times at a film festival here and there, but I don't really have the money for that. So again, it's kind of a gamble if you do film festivals. I'd rather just screen it myself and figure it out. Like I've done so many screenings of it already, but I truly want to release it, and I'm waiting for my YouTube to grow a little bit. Hey, my kitty! You see my kitty? Look right there. Hey, kitty cat. Little tiny head. Come here. Yeah. This is Benny. This is actually a cat that belongs to my friend who had to move to California, and I've been watching Benny, and like if it was my own son, and I'm just waiting for her to get her cat back. Not that it's not a bother. I don't mind that he's here. He's like family, but it is her cat, so one day she's got to take him back, And it eats a lot of food. Let me tell you. I don't know how it's not fat. It should be fat because it eats so much cat food. It's ridiculous. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of these just laying around in the trailer. I gotta throw them away. I'm just kind of tired right now to do it. That's one thing I do when I'm exhausted like this. I don't do any cleaning. I only do cleaning when I have like a day off to actually do it. I let stuff pile for a minute and then I get to it. I'm just too tired to do stuff. I'm too tired to do laundry. I did laundry today though, so there's that. I do. Krishna says I do so many jobs, and my friend has an American Girls. What about my friend Crush on US? Crush. I mean, it's cool to have pen pals, but I wouldn't necessarily call them girlfriends or like that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool to be just friends with girls. It's cool, you know. I don't mind it. You know, I don't mind it at all. I'm pretty chill like that. You know, I don't require anything from them. I don't ask anything from them. I don't even make moves on them. I could, but I don't. I'm just chill. You know, I'm chill. I like hanging out with them. You know, I like having my time hanging out with a female friend or something like that. You know, but yeah, I'm not worried about it. I always tell myself I just put it in God's hands. If I meant to have a wife or a girlfriend, it'll just happen. You know, I'll just gonna be myself. And if being myself isn't enough, well then, damn it, I better start working on myself a little bit. You should be scared. You should be scared. Because, what are you, 19? 19 years old? Yeah, that's a scary time. No, it's you just gotta, I don't know. Like if you're not a football player or just something that's exciting to them, then they could probably care less. It's always like they want something from you. Like, can you fix this? Can you help me with my homework? Can you do this? Can you do that? I think that's just the role of the man, you know, or the friend. You just help do stuff. Nah, you don't want to be used. I can understand that, you don't want to be used. But if you're nice enough, I shouldn't say nice. Kind is a better word because nice guys finish last. You don't have to be nice all the time. I'm not nice all the time. I can tell you that much. But I choose to be kind. It's a choice. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between being nice and kind, in my opinion. That's just me. I'm not nice all the time. I can tell you. I would gladly say no plenty of times, just to be like, because I come first. Everybody who is their own person, you should always be thinking about you first, right? My responsibilities. I'm too busy. I'm tired. I need rest. I can't hang out with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You come first. It's very simple. Otherwise, you're just going to get used. You're going to be a dupe, right? But it's good to be kind, That's how you make friends, right? You be kind, you make friends. Or you joke around, you make friends. You play nice, you make friends. And if that doesn't work, then you're not meant to be friends with them, I guess. Just that's cool. That's cool, Krishna. How's that going, by the way? Are you really playing? Are you playing cricket these days? You want to go pro? You should go pro. Figure out a way to go pro. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. I mean, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't belittle yourself. Leave that to other people to do that job, but don't do it to yourself. Don't ever do that to yourself. Don't tell yourself those things, Krishna. Pro. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it, man. If that's something you really want to achieve in life, go for it, man. You get one life. Go for it. Go for it responsibly. Find a mentor that can set you on a course to actually get you there. Study other players who have done it. A lot of people come from nothing, man, and they get there. They get there. You know, you just gotta really work at it. You know, take care of your responsibilities. Just keep playing the sport and get better at it. You know, Michael Jordan. I'm your mentor. Check out Michael Jordan, dude. That guy is insane. He is unstoppable. He worked out, trained harder than any other player, you know. You don't have to be Michael Jordan, okay? A lot of players aren't Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is, but I'm just using him as an example, right? He was a guy, he went to college, you know, and he took care of his responsibilities. He trained, and like in high school, he wanted to go, I guess, to college, do that, and then from there he wanted to go pro, and he did it because he worked really hard at it. You know, that's all he did. That's all he did. I think every once in a while he went out to a casino, but he doesn't have a gambling problem. He just kind of like, that's his way of letting loose, you know. And it's not like he loses his money away. He doesn't have a gambling problem. But yeah, MJ is a very interesting fellow. If you want to learn like how to be obsessed with a sport and to be the best player, he wanted to be the best player. That's just what it is. Let's just call it for, he wanted to be the best player, and so that's what he went after, you know. So set your goals. Set your goals in life, and then go after them, whatever they are. You know, finish high school, go to college. You know, go to a college where you can play college cricket. You know, where there's an avenue for you to go pro. Find a college or training camp. Maybe there's a summer camp you can go. That's like training. That's training from the pros. Like for example, my brother, he was a really good ice hockey goalie. Nobody can score on my brother. They called him the Wall. He was impressive. He had cat-like reflexes. He was smart. You know, he paid attention to the game and was focused, and he trained a bit. You know, he trained actually quite a bit now that I think about it. And we grew up playing roller hockey in Florida. You know, we were kind of really into it. But he really took to it, to being a goalie, and eventually he played high school ice hockey, and they won because of him, because nobody could score on him. So all his teammates had to do was score one, and he would block every shot, and they would win. So that's how they won. And eventually, somebody scouted him and said, "Hey, you should go to this NHL training." And he did. But something totally crazy happened. He had a change in heart and wanted to be a priest. He said he had a calling. So, okay, that's cool. I mean, you got a calling, you got a calling. What are you gonna do? But in my opinion, he could have made it. If he wanted to, I think he could have made it to the NHL. I think he could have. There you go. See, that's a better attitude. See, I like that. I like that attitude. You're Batman. You're Batman. I'm Batman. We're all Batman. Okay, that's a great attitude to have. But don't start jumping off buildings, young man. Don't do that. No, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really want it, go after it. You know, go after it. Be the best. You know, when I do acting on stage, I prepare like crazy. Like I want to be the best, right? You know, I do all this training and acting because I want to be the best. I want to be really good at it, you know? And so that's what I did. But unfortunately, it didn't lead quite to where I wanted. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. But still, I switch up gears, you know? I'm a painter. I'm a really good painter, and from the looks of it, nobody's doing what I'm doing. So I found myself a little niche in painting. You know, I have my film festival. I just published a book. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'll do it. I may pass out because I went a little bit over than I wanted to. But maybe if I hold, I'm gonna hold off for another 5 minutes. I will complete 1 hour. That's always kind of been my goal, is like do 1 hour lives, and just create a habit of doing that, you know. But I will. It's easy to do. I'll just go to my apps and go snappity snap and add you, no problem. That's not gonna be a problem before I go to bed. Yeah, I'll send you some photos of my bros. My bros are cool. I gotta say, I got lucky. My bros are the coolest. And I'm like the dumbest out of the three. So that should tell you. Like the oldest is like the smartest genius. The middle is like his own kind of genius, and I'm kind of like lagging behind, but I still really push the creativity to show that I got some intelligence in me. But I'm a huge reader. I'm a reader. I've kind of slowed down the reading, but one year I actually read 200 books. I made it a goal to read 200 books, and I read 200 books. All kinds of subject matters that I was interested in. And we're talking like, some books were like that thick, okay? They weren't just like little pamphlets. They were like real, like this, 200 pagers, 300 pagers, 600 pagers, you know what I'm saying? They were big books. This year I read 20. This year I read 20 books. I'm getting ready to read another book. It's called like The Science of Going Viral. I just got it recently, and this year I actually read all the books out loud on YouTube. So this book, I'm probably going to do the same thing. I'm going to read it out loud. Now there is a copyright thing. You're not really allowed to read copywritten material, so I usually read it live and then I take it down, because you're not really supposed to do, you're not supposed to read, you know. But I think building a channel that's not monetized, there's a bit of leeway there to like grow an audience. But once I monetize, I can't have copywritten books that I read on YouTube. I can read my own book. Now I plan to do that too. I will probably do that at some point, read my own book live, and tell you where you can buy it. I mean, Amazon. You go to Amazon right now, you can find it. So that was my big accomplishment this year. I set a goal, Krishna, to write a book, and I did it. You know what I'm saying? It's all about goals. You gotta write goals. You gotta have big goals, and it's like small goals. You know what I'm saying? And that keeps you focused. That keeps you on the path of where you want to go. Ask yourself where you want to go. Figure that out, and then set some small goals that are like your baby steps, and then you have your huge goal, which essentially it's like a big accomplishment that's going to move your career forward. But you have these little baby goals that gets you there, right? So, like for example, I had these baby goals of like writing a chapter every like couple of months. I write a chapter, right? So kind of like that thing, until eventually I had a whole book. Yeah, see, you got middle goals. That's good. You got some middle goals, you know, and then when you get a little bit older, you got to think about like financial goals. You got to think about educational goals. You got to think about career goals. And if you don't, it's just going to pass by you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to miss out on the opportunities to like do something with your life. Like you blink, and next thing you know, you're 40 like me. That's not a bad. I don't have a bad life. I know people have it worse, so I can't complain. I can't complain, man. I can't. I have it good. I have it good. It's not like the best, but I know people who have it awesome. You know, and that's okay. That's okay. Everyone's on their own journey. You know what I mean? But I got to do what I wanted to do. I did music. I did film. I did arts, acting on plays. I'm doing the haunted house right now. I get to do what I want. You know, there's not a lot of people that can say that they have the freedom to do exactly what they want, and I've been doing exactly what I want. Do I know where it's going? No, I have no idea where my life is going. But I'm not negative about it. I'm very positive about where I'm going. And you know what? I feel like I'm part of a something special that's being built up like an empire. You know, I'm laying a brick by brick every year, building this empire of this film festival and the haunted house and the paintings that I do and everything else that I do. You know what I'm saying? It all adds up, you know. But I've worked my ass off on so many things. I'm a hard worker. Some people around town who don't know me very well may not say that, but I'm a very extremely hard worker. Okay, I can be, especially when it comes to like things I like. When it comes to things I don't like, I'm not gonna be that hard of a worker. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not. I don't just work hard at everything. I only work really hard at stuff I'm very interested in. So if you love doing cricket and playing that sport, and it's like your passion, dude, go full pedal to the metal. You know what I'm saying? Just go towards that. You know, especially if it's something you love. There's a saying, you know, you don't feel like you work a day in your life when you do what you love, you know, and it's kind of true. You know, I'm exhausted, but I don't feel like not doing it again tomorrow. Some people have a job, they're exhausted, and they don't want to do it. They don't want to wake up. They don't want to get off their bed. They don't want to do it. They don't want to go to their jobs. And for that, some people call that normal. And to me, I wouldn't call that normal. But for some people, that's normal life. But I can't do it. I can't have a job that's completely redundant and so off my passion, because I'm not gonna feel like waking up and going to my job. I'm not. You know, I've had jobs that last me a year, 2 years, 3 years. And that's about it, because it's redundant and it's not fulfilling. There's no fulfillment in those jobs. They're just just jobs. And jobs are supposed to be jobs. I get it. But you can still have jobs related to your passion, and you're going to feel like you're growing. You're going to feel like you're fulfilling whatever it is you got going in your soul, whether it's creativity or sports or whatever your calling is. And I think that's what it is. And when going back to my brother, you know, he could have been an NHL player, but he decided to be a priest because he finds that more fulfilling. Even though, to me, my other brother is like, "Are you crazy? You're gonna just throw this out the window?" We were like baffled, but it's true. He loves being a priest. He loves doing what he does. It's clear as day, you know. You know, and all the things that he does is amazing as a priest. Everything that he's done, which, you know, if he would have been an NH player, he wouldn't have accomplished the things he's done. You know what I'm saying? So it goes to show you. Just follow your heart, you know what I'm saying? Follow your heart. Anyways, we did it. 1 hour live, baby. I'm going to go to bed. I'll look at my snap before I do. Now, I'm going to finish watching the A-Team because it's freaking hilarious. I'm having a good time with it. You know? I talk like a politician. I'm having a great time watching the A-Team. The A-Team is the greatest team on the planet. I won't. I'll look at it right now. It's my promise to you. Anybody else want to comment before I leave? You can call me whatever names, or say hello, or, you know, anything. Give me a like, give me a sub. I'm growing my channel. And if not, it's okay. Tune in and listen, not a problem. You can just tune in and listen. That's not a problem either. But yeah, I'm going to go to bed. I'll do a live at some point. Maybe tomorrow, early in the morning, when I'm done with the haunted house, I may go live again. I may go live. But tomorrow's Friday, baby. So we should have more people coming in. I'm excited. I'm actually excited for that. We scared them good. You know, we had like you know, young ladies come in, and it is so fulfilling to hear them scream, because you know they're having a good time. That's why they're there, you know. So when you have these older adults that want to pretend they're tough and like nothing scares me, and they go through the whole thing like they're fucking bored, that's on them. You know, that's on them because we're scary. We're doing a lot of scary shit. We're popping in, popping out. We're making scary noises like out of nowhere. We're grabbing your legs out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on to scare you. And the atmosphere was amazing. The music was amazing tonight. So I get fed up when there's like an adult that walks in. They're just like bored out of their mind. It's like, dude, can you at least get into it a little bit? Like, all you have to do is let go and enjoy yourselves. You can't even do that. Get out of here. You know, just get out. Get out. Why are you even here at the haunted house if you're not going to have a good time? You know what I mean? To prove how tough you are? Get out of here, dude. You're supposed to... It's like theater. There's the suspension of disbelief, right? You're supposed to play into it. If you don't play into it, you're not going to have fun. It's just simple as that. Anyways, I'm out. I'm Lasso, Lasso's Passions from Tulsa, Oklahoma. This is my 30-foot trailer. And I'm going to watch this movie and go to bed. So, Slay the Queens. Yeah. I support the people to have their own country. Makes sense, right? It turns out, I think, I heard recently that people have returned to Gaza, which is a good thing. They got to repair that stuff. It'd be nice if Israel helped rebuild and repay some of the shit they destroyed. It'd be nice, you know. It'd be showing a good faith, right? Like, hey, we destroyed your shit during the war. Now we can fix it for you because we have a lot of money. That would be nice, wouldn't it? But you know, I don't like what terrorists do. You know, I think there's a lot of terrorists in control or in and about that need to be flooded out in some form, fashion. They just need to be flooded out. You know, terrorists that terrorize their own people is not good. You know, it's not a good thing. We have a lot of that here in the States. There's a lot of that all over the world. You know, you gotta have protection against that kind of stuff because it's not good. That's not good. Anyways, I'm out. And actually, our film festival it's called Stay Gold Film Festival, and we accept films from Palestine. And we got a couple from like students, believe it or not, that want to show their movies. So they asked for a waiver. We're going to give it to them, and we'll probably have a couple of films from Palestine. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, we have a whole list of countries that we're accepting films from, and we want to award at least like one person from one of those countries, you know. So far, we got one from Germany and a couple other countries that I can't remember off the top of my head. But I think that's cool. I think one of our first ones was from Germany. I think that's pretty cool. I don't think we have any from the U.S. quite yet, but I need to advertise it. So once I start advertising the film festival a little better, you know. Hey, 9 years old, how you doing? Be kind. Always be kind. We got a 9-year-old hanging out with us. That makes me feel a little weird. What are you using, your parents' phone? Come on now. Anyways, yeah, welcome, 9-year-old. I'll try not to cuss since we have a 9-year-old in here. Anybody from India? Anybody from India? Krishna says. Krishna's from India. And we become good buddies over a good amount of time on just chit-chatting on YouTube. He calls me his mentor. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here. I'm not your mentor. You need a real mentor. I could give you some good advice, I guess, but you know, get a real mentor to really guide you along with life, where you're at, you know, in your town. There's got to be somebody, whether it's a coach in cricket or whatever. Yeah, a coach at that sport, cricket. There's your mentor. Oh wow, look at you. How did you get on here? This is like This is like not for kids. Crazy. I'm gonna have a word with YouTube. How dare they? How dare they allow children on my channel? How dare they? Do you like haunted houses? What up? What up, Bevan the best? Oh, he's the best. You better watch out, folks. He is Bevan the best. Krishna says hi. Krishna's from India. Isn't that pretty cool? Slade the Queens. How do you like that? How do you like that? He's from India. Say hi. Say hi, Krishna. Hi, Krishna. Krishna's cool, by the way. So you should say hi for sure. But DTI means dress to impress. It's a game. Ooh, dress to impress. Slade, dress to impress queens. Pretty cool. Good for you. Good for you. As you can see, I am not dressed to impress. In fact, I'm the quite opposite when it comes to dressing to impress. I do the opposite. Not always, not always. I used to wear a suit all the time, actually. It was like a filmmaker look that I had, a very slick, like old school French filmmaker look that I had, like Hitchcock, you know. I was kind of like doing the Hitchcock thing with the suit. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. But I wasn't really trying to impress anyone. It was more like what do you call it? Almost like something that Superman would wear, like just a recognizable thing that I would wear all the time, and people recognize me because I wear it all the time. That's all. That's all I was. Whoa, you're from Pakistan. Holy moly. Holy moly, how you doing? All the way from Pakistan. That's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. How's your English? Seems like you're pretty good. You're doing. Oh, and Birmingham. Where's Birmingham? That sounds like British or something. You see how dumb I am? Birmingham. Where's Birmingham? Or is that a country? It doesn't sound like a country. It sounds like a town. Oh, the UK. Got it. Bing-bo. Bing, 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 bing. I win. Yeah, see, I was right. UK, that's beautiful. I would love to visit UK. Like, Scotland, too, would be cool to visit. Ireland would be cool. Hey, let's yeah, I heard there's some conflicts, but this 9-year-old's not gonna hate India. Come on now. No hate in here, please. Let's leave the hate outside of this channel, shall we? All of it. All kinds of hate. Let's just leave it outside the channel. Alright, we're not gonna hate on anyone here. So let's keep it civil. See, there you go. I told you. There's no way that this 9-year-old would hate India or anybody from there. See, I called it. I knew it. So we're all good. We're all friends here. I would be shocked if that 9-year-old was like, oh, absolutely. Absolutely, just hate them. No. Why would a 9-year-old hate India? I mean, come on. You know, I'm sure there are children out there that have been brainwashed, but I just could feel it that this one was not one of them. But I'm tired. Can you tell? I'm tired. I'm a tired person. I've been working my butt off. It's all good. It's all good, Krishna. It's all good. But no, I definitely get it, man. I've seen the conflicts. So I get it, man. You know what I like about India that I saw recently is that a lot of like police and people, they have sticks, you know, and when something's going wrong, they just hit you with sticks. I like that. I wish they would incorporate that here, but everybody here has guns, so I don't think that would work very well. But I like it. It's very like Ninja Turtles, you know, like you get a stick, you got a beating stick, and someone's out of hand, and you're just like whack, 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 whack. I saw this video, this like CVR camera footage. It was this guy with a knife, and he was going crazy trying to kill this girl on the side. Not a girl, it was like a woman off the sidewalk. And out comes this ninja with a stick, whacks the dude, whacks the knife out of the dude's hand, and then like pushes him back, and the guy falls on his butt, and then holds him down with a stick until like officers come. It was pretty badass. It was, sorry, it was awesome. It was awesome. It was really cool. It was really cool to see that somebody could have so much power with a stick, you know, and just take down a villain. Yeah, I'm sure you do. I remember when I was a kid, I knew a lot of swear words, but you know, it's kind of customary when you're an adult. You're not supposed to swear around kids, you know. Heck, I might get in trouble, you know. So let's keep it cool. Let's keep it PG-9. But yeah, if you want to share those with us, please go ahead. You know what I find funny here in America? For some reason, a lot of Americans, there's a Spanish cuss word that they get wrong all the time. I don't understand why they get it wrong. But just for educational purposes, I will say what the curse word is. The curse word is puto. But Americans put an N in there and say punto. And I'm like, it's not punto, it's puto. Anyways, am I wrong? Am I wrong, Miss 9-year-old? Here I am, just asking a 9-year-old if I said the swear word correctly. Asshole. Well, technically, that could be a medical term, you know, because if you're talking about that specifically, how else would you say it? How, you know what I'm saying? So maybe it's not necessarily a swear word. You can say it's a medical term that people use. Yeah, listen to Krishna. Don't use that. Don't, for the love of God, don't be calling people that, unless they deserve it, I guess. But still, it's nice to be cordial, you know. People respect people that can hold their cordialness. Cordialness? Is that a real word? Their cordialness. It's just good, you know. People like people who don't have to swear and are kind and reliable. You know, you get a lot of respect. You get a lot of respect when bad things happen. You can keep your cool under the pressure. You get a lot of mad respect from people that are like, wow, you can hold yourself under pressure. When people are angry at you, you don't get angry back. You know, the people appreciate that. The world is already crazy, and when you can stand out in that kind of unique way, you know, you don't fall into anger, you don't lash out at other people because they hurt you. You just take a step back and you say, you know, you hurt me, we're gonna end our friendship and go a different way. You know, you don't hurt back, and that's people really appreciate that when you don't hurt back. That's a strong character, a strong show of character. You call your brothers way worse. You're hilarious. You're funny. I did the same thing probably as a kid. You know, probably. You couldn't use your phone. You couldn't use a phone. Wow. Well, that's probably good parenting. But also, maybe she's responsible enough to have a phone. You know, maybe she earned it. Who knows? Kids are different. Every kid is different. Every parent's different. A lot of kids are on phones these days. Generation Alpha. Gen Alpha is the one that talks all weird with like almost like their own language. You know what I'm talking about? Do you do that? Slay DTI queens, do you do that? Do you have your own alpha, Gen Alpha language? 67. Oh, 6'7". Yeah, I've heard people say that, and I don't know. I'm clueless, but I've heard kids say that and use that. I don't know what that is, but I've heard. I don't know what that is. Maybe you can teach me. Well, I can probably look it up. But there's things I've heard. Um, yeah, but I've heard that. Yeah, 6'7". I don't know what it is. I'm clueless. I'm clueless. I'm not as cool as you. Okay. All right. Slay DTI queens. I'm not as cool as you. I don't know what that means. But that's cool. Yeah, you kids have your own language, kind of. It's cool. How nice of you. That's cool. I gotta learn. I gotta learn. There's this YouTube video of a professor giving a speech, and he does it all in that Gen Alpha language. It's pretty awesome. Dang! This 9-year-old is like social media genius. Look at that. Pretty cool. I just have YouTube. I recently got Snap and I recently got WhatsApp because my family is in Argentina right now, and that's like the best way for us to communicate, which is probably what you do, right? You have family in the UK, you probably communicate with people using WhatsApp, and maybe some friends in Pakistan you probably use WhatsApp to communicate with. Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool thing to use. Krishna wants to Snapchat, so we're going to Snapchat eventually. Look at me, going an hour and 20 minutes live. Oh, yeah, Skibbity. I heard that one. Skibbity toilet. What does Skibbity mean? Like it's broken or something? Like it's not good? Like Skibbity. That's so Skibbity. Get out of here. You're so Skibbity. Is that what that means? Is that what Skibbity means? Skibbity doo dah, Skibbity yay. My oh my, what a wonderful day. You know. They also say stuff like, what is it? I can't think of the word. I'm drawing a blank. What's the word they use a lot? Like, that's so... Sigma. Right? Sigma? Right? Is that a word, like, that's supposed to mean cool or something? Bro, Skibbity... That is Skibbity toilet, but so Sigma at the same time. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't think they use the word cool. Do you guys use the word cool? That's cool. I got my phone at probably like, because cell phones were the technology was starting to come out. So I had to have been like 18, something like that, when I got my first cell phone. Sigma, yeah, Sigma. I think I'm a Sigma. I'm not an Alpha. I think I'm a Sigma. Yeah, when it comes down to it. It's supposed to be better than Alpha. Just saying. You're so Skibbity, so fantax. I just want to be your Sigma, did. Yeah, I don't know what that means. That's hilarious. You're so Skibbity, you're so fantax, did he? What is fantaxed? I just want to be your Sigma, did he? Skibbity doo dah, skibbity yay, my oh my, diddy diddy day. Kids are hilarious. I think they're the funniest people on the planet. You can't, you know, I don't know. Maybe they do something and people get angry, but I couldn't be angry at a kid. They're just too hilarious. You guys are funny. You guys are too funny. That phone, my dude. Yeah, I grew up in a time where phones were connected to a wall, and they had like a wire cable going to the base of the phone, and there was people older than me believe it or not. There's people older than me that had like old school phones that were like the same thing, but they looked more retro these days. You're so old. Yeah, I'm old. I agree. I've been on this planet for 40 years, pretty much. Well, I'm like 38. I'll be turning 39 soon. Yeah, I'm old. I've accepted that truth. And guess what? You're gonna be old too one day. Skibbity skibbity. Yeah, see? She knows what's up. That's truth. She knows the truth. But you know what? I may be old, but there are people my age who look really old. Okay, I'm just tired. Okay, I haven't got any sleep, so I look a little bit older. But there are people my age who are balding, who are overweight because they don't take care of themselves. Did I say balding? Yeah, they're balding, and they're just not in a good shape. You know, like I am. No, I'm telling you. There's people my age at 40 who are like balding, have gray hair. I'm getting a little gray hairs. I'm not balding. I shave I like to buzz cut my hair because I'm cheap. I like to save money, and I don't. If I grow it out, it doesn't look professional, you know, and it's just too curly and it's just crazy. And I do have a little bit of gray hairs, so if I buzz cut it, kind of hides the gray hairs a little bit. You gotta do what you gotta do when you're 40. You know what I'm saying? You got. But I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke anything. I drink a lot of water. I exercise. I work out. I run. I jump. I do all kinds of stuff. I can do 100 jumping jacks. Can you do that, Miss 9-year-old? Can you do 100 jumping jacks? Oh, that's cool. A day off is cool. Yeah. I think Monday was our day off. I think it was Columbus Day or Indigenous People Day, whichever you want to choose. A lot of people don't like Columbus because they consider him a colonizer. But if you really think about it, I mean, Indians were like killing themselves, they were doing child sacrifices, and there were cannibals and chopping scalps off and stuff. I wouldn't necessarily call that civilized, you know. That's me. I don't want to offend anyone because I probably did. But if we're going to be honest, you know, I don't think we'd be so technologically advanced with society. We got a lot of problems, but you know, there's a lot of people who live comfortably. Columbus Day here in the United States was Monday, and it's to celebrate that this explorer came to America. You know, he wasn't necessarily the first person to discover it. Like, there was Vikings and other kinds of people and stuff, but he was the first official person from Spain, and Spain was huge back then. They were like the place, and so when they discovered it, it became very well known. Like, oh, there's new land out here. Let's go grab it for ourselves and do something productive with it, instead of it just sitting there doing nothing. Wow, that's cool. You're a vegetarian? That's pretty awesome. Good for you. I'm not. I kind of did the whole vegetarian thing for a while, but I just accepted the fact that I'm a carnivore and I eat creatures. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. But I always give thanks for their sacrifices. But I eat a lot of salads, a lot of fruits and vegetables, so I'm not constantly eating meat. You know, I mix it up. I eat a lot of fish, for example. I mix it up with fish, so I don't eat. And there's days I skip. I don't eat meat every day. I eat it 3 times a week, maybe. What? What now? I don't go to school. No, people have the day off from work, from Columbus Day. Like my buddy didn't have to go work at the bank the other day on Monday. He had a day off. A lot of people had the day off on Monday. Not just school people. Just FYI. Just Sigma, skibbity doodah. Rehearsal of fate. What's up, rehearsal of fate? So you hunt and stalk your prey? No. I'm an American. We go to the grocery store, and I would never do that because I don't have the willpower to hunt my own animal and kill it. I'd rather somebody else do that for me and package it nicely, so I don't have to go through the grossness of blood and picking the skin off of it and preparing it. It saves me a lot of the disgusting part. Someone else did it for me. So I'm happy with that. I can live with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I mean, I was being sarcastic a little bit, but it's true, Slade DTI queens would tell you that's truth right there. Okay, or I'll stop. I was gonna go to bed anyways, so Slade DTI queens, I'm out of here anyways. All right, I'm so out of here. But if you want to be friends, give me a sub. And I would appreciate that. I'm building my channel to 1,000 subscribers. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? Hey, ho, hey, oh. Yeah, I'm at 948. Isn't that impressive? Aren't you impressed? Oh, I didn't mean to. Did you comment something, Krishna? Hey, Slay, you don't say. I'm going through the word. Do you have to go to school? No. I think we read all the comments. Shut up, oldie. Shut up, oldie. First of all, I don't know who. There's nobody here named Oldie, so get your name right. Okay, it's Lasso Picasso. Lasso Picasso. Get it right. Whoa, hey. It's okay, Krishna. It's okay. See, they're just kidding around. She's just kidding around. You got to know when they're kidding around. I could totally tell she was kidding. It's okay. It's all good, Krishna. Krishna's on my side. Krishna will defend me till death, and I will defend him till death too. If there's death after Krishna, I will defend him with my life. She's just kidding around. She's 9 years old. Come on, she's kidding around. Come on. See, there she goes, kidding again. She's calling me a joke. She's 9 years old, Krishna. How are you gonna get mad at 9-year-old? Okay, you can't let that upset you. And I know you're protecting me, I know you're defending me, but it's okay. We don't need to defend ourselves from a 9-year-old, okay? First of all. I said fuck off to her. Okay, I'm confused now. I'm just confused. That's what kids do that. They run circles around your brain. They confuse you. But what time is it at the UK right now? What time is it? Is it like you said 8 a.m., huh? So it's like 8 something. That's pretty cool. It is I think it's like 2:30 in the morning here in Tulsa. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yes, we have running water. No, we all don't ride our horses. Okay, Tulsa, Oklahoma is civilized. We have civilization here. I once told a friend I lived in Tulsa, and they were like, "You got running water there, buddy? Are you all right?" 9:06 a.m. UK. Are you okay? You live in the UK. I live in the OK. Ha 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 ha! I made it funny. Whoa, come on, Krishna. No, they're not. No, they're not. Come on, they're just kids. They're just kids, man. Come on. Especially a 9-year-old. Take it easy. Take it easy. If it was a 32-year-old, yeah, we'll beat his ass. No, I'm kidding. Nah, man. See, you gotta have. This is a test. You're being tested. If a kid can upset you, that means anybody can upset you, and that's it. You gotta have thicker skin than that, my friend. You gotta have thicker skin than that. You know. Let the offense bounce right off. You know, let it just bounce right off. You see what you did now? You're making her cry. I'm just kidding, Krishna. She's not crying. She's joking again. She's making a joke. You're so funny, you know that. Do you do stand-up? I mean, look at it this way. Can you imagine Krishna being in a room with a 9-year-old and telling him to shut up? I guess I could picture it. But, you know, come on. Come on now. Come on now. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good, Krishna. It's all good, man. It's just a kid. Take it easy. Kids just want to have fun. You know, they want to pick on adults and have fun. That's okay. That's okay. I get a lot of enjoyment and the fun out of it too. I think kids are hilarious. They say the darnest things. Kids say the darnest things. Bill Cosby, until he turned out to be a crazy sex offender. But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. She says, actually, I don't shut up. I grow up, and when I look at you, I throw up. I almost threw up the other day. I was picking off the fleas off my dogs, and I collected about 20 of them in a little cup. You should check out that short. It's pretty disgusting. Because I was like, what if you put this in somebody's drink and they drank it, and I almost threw up. I was like, just the thought of drinking a drink that you mixed with like 20 dead fleas. Oh my God, I'm gonna throw up just thinking about it. Oh my God. Let's not think about that. Saws. You're such a saws. I don't know what that means actually. What is that? What does SOZ mean? SOZ? SOZ. Fill me in. Educate me. Educate a old, decrepit, aging man. Hey, I was once 9 too. It means sorry. Oh, there you go. Saws. That's cool. I learned something new. Thank you, 9-year-old from the UK. That's pretty cool. So what are you going to do? You have the whole day ahead of you. What's your plan for the day? You're not going to school. What you going to do? You got the whole day. What you going to do? Ah, see, there you go. Hakuna Matata. You know, Hakuna Matata, it's a wonderful place. It's a wonderful world. What's that song go? Lion King? The original Lion King. I haven't seen the new version. But the old one is pretty Sigma. Or I don't know what term to use. But yeah. It's the song, one of the songs in the Lion King. Actually, I want to watch the Lion King. It's been a while. That's a good, solid kids movie. Well, there's some scary parts in it with death and things like that. Oh boy, yeah, that's something we gotta learn about death. Even kids. Of course, yeah. See. you got the thumbs up approval. I'm sure she's a good kid. I'm sure. I don't have a doubt. I don't have a doubt of my friend Krishna. I don't have a doubt. You guys have been keeping me up, by the way. I've been trying to go to bed for 40 minutes, but let's hold off to another 20 minutes and do 2 hours. Let's do it. Let's do it. No, that's scary. I would never do that. I don't, you know, yeah, I don't watch a lot of horror movies. I'm not really that big into horror movies, even though I work at a haunted house and I like to scare people. I watched very few. Yeah, so I need to catch up maybe and watch that so I can feel like I'm part of the group. I feel very left out. You guys have seen it. I haven't. I feel left out now. Skibbity. Skibbity doo dah. This is what happens when you get old. You feel left out of a lot of things. That's cool. Is that your thing, Krishna? Horror movies? What's a good, other than Conjuring? Ooh, 80s. Yeah, I can go for 80s. I like the 80s horror films. Yeah, it's pretty cool. 90s, yeah. 70s, 80s, 90s. Then things changed, right? Things got like really modern, which isn't bad, but the scary movies changed at a certain point. I wouldn't say bad. It's just they changed. You know, that's what happens. Movies change. The new Wicked for a good movie. Cool. I haven't seen that either. You know what movie I just watched that I'm watching? And once I finish this and I connect the Snapchat with Krishna, I'm watching the movie A-Team. The A-Team on Netflix is hilarious. So funny. So action-packed. Excuse me. It's really my thing. I gotta say, it's my thing. Like action and humor at the same time. Thumbs up. I almost made a phone gesture. That's like old school phone. New school phone is like, hey everybody, I got a phone in my hand. What's up? What's up? What's up? That's how you alpha gens make a phone sign. You do this, or you do this. You don't do this. That's what old people do. Yeah. I go back to watching 80s. I like the 80s horror, the horror scene. I mean, one of the first movies I watched as a kid in like early 90s, late 80s, I want to say early 90s, was Jaws. You know, the original Jaws, Spielberg. That was like the first horror movie I ever watched. And then I watched movies by Kubrick, The Shining, that Stephen King story that got made into a movie that apparently Stephen King hates that version, which is interesting. What else? Yeah, I don't know. I heard The Purge is pretty good. I haven't seen that. Slay DTI Queen says, you know, I brought my phone to school once and someone caught me, so I hid it in my leg and the teacher didn't find it. You're so funny. Like you tucked it underneath your knee or something, like in your leg, like something like that. You know, you probably don't want to hear this, but teachers have it pretty tough with you guys, you know, with your phones and stuff. You know, I know you probably, do you like school? You see, you did the whole, yeah, that's cool. Do you like school? Do you like learning? Do you like reading? I was a big nerd back in my day. I would read a lot of books. Tons. You don't like it? Aw. That's too bad. Honestly, I didn't like it either. But I do like to learn though. I didn't like school, but I like to learn. So I like reading. Do you like reading at all? Do you read any books? Your phone got caught in school. It happens. You you can't get away with all of them. But yeah. You yeah. Do you read at all? You got caught in school, Christian. That's funny. You yeah. Yeah, this is a question for the 9-year-old. Do you like to read? Do you like to read? Do 9-year-olds read? Yeah, you read. You should be. You read. Yeah. Yeah, of course you read. What am I saying? Yeah. I was a big reader. Oh my god. Oh, good. See, that's good. I was really into Legos too. I remember when I was 9, I was really into Legos. I did a lot of Lego stuff, build Legos and micro Hot Wheels. You can, but you won't. Well, you know, maybe if it was the right book, something that you liked, like a book about something that you like or want to learn about, maybe you'll pick up. Maybe when you're older, you'll pick up some reading. I'm a reading freak. The most books I read in 1 year was 200 books. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? I love reading. I'm a big reader. And then this year I read 20 books, and I'm getting ready to read my 21st book pretty soon. Is that impressive or what? Do you think that's impressive or do you think that's dumb? Because I can tell you, I'm a pretty smart guy. I'm a pretty smart guy from all the reading that I did. But I read stuff that I like. You know what I'm saying? I don't like reading stuff from school and doing homework, and like I like doing the stuff that I like and interested in, you know. That's hilarious. That's funny. Well, it's their job, you know. That's what they do. But now I don't. Well, good for you. Yeah. I once in third grade, I had to go pee so bad and I couldn't hold it. I thought I could hold it, and I was sitting at my desk and I totally just peed my pants. It was the most embarrassing thing ever. And like I sat there because I was so embarrassed. And when the our hour was up, everybody left. I was just sitting there in my desk. I was like, oh my god, I don't want to get up. I am so embarrassed. And no, it wasn't third grade. It was like second grade or first grade. First grade, second grade was around there. But yeah, I remember I was like, I am not moving. You can't make me move from this. And I remember the teacher came up to me and was like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "I had an accident. I'm so sorry." And so she was really nice about it. She was like, "Oh no, let's take care of you." I think she was kind of annoyed. I could tell she was a little bit annoyed, but she was nice about it. And she said, "Let's get you cleaned up. Go to the bathroom, clean yourself up. We'll call your parents." Yeah, I think it was call your parents. And my parents brought me clothes to change into, and I was so embarrassed. Oh my god, I was so embarrassed. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I just drank too much water that day, too much juice, too much milk. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why I did that. I thought I could hold it. And next thing you know, it was flowing right out of me. Just flowing right out of me. No control. It happened to you too, Krishna? Was it recently? No, I'm kidding. That was a joke. That was a joke. I never peed my bed though. I never wet my bed. I was really good. Well, maybe when I was a baby, but like once I was like, you know, first grade, second grade, I never wet my bed. I was really good about that. You're eating marshmallows, but you haven't even had your breakfast? That is sacrilegious. Sacrilegious? Is that even a word? This year. It happens. It happens, you know? It happens. It's one of those things when you're little. It happens. Maybe because like when we're that age and we're tiny, we have little tiny bladders. You know, it makes sense. It makes sense. I guess it does. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. You should always talk to your doctor about these things. Well, at your age, just talk to your parents. Your parents are like your doctors until they take you to a doctor for something more serious, which God forbid. Let's not go there. You can see my reflection in the background. Woo! You can see me in the window. What's up? All right. 10 more minutes, and we will accomplish 2 hours of wasting everybody's time. Just kidding. You know, that happened to me too. But I woke up and I went straight to the toilet because I was like, oh my god, I gotta go so bad. Because yeah, you have these dreams about like going, and you realize next thing you know, you realize you're going, and you're like, oh, I got my dream tricked me. But I never did. Not that I don't think I ever wet my bed. I was really good about it. And sometimes as adults, you still have that dream, and I just wake up and go to the bathroom. The scariest dream I ever had. You're all around, dude. The scariest dream I ever had. The scariest dream. And I had this dream when I was, I want to say it was like the 4th, 5th grade. And it was terrifying. It was one of those dreams where it feels like reality, and you're completely paralyzed. You can't move your body. You can't move. You're paralyzed, and you can't even speak. And that was scary. But the scariest thing about it was that there was a creature in my dream, and it was one of those dreams where you're awake in bed. You know, like you're awake in bed, and it's like almost you don't realize you're dreaming. You think you're awake, but you're not. And I was dreaming that I was laying in bed, sleeping, paralyzed, I couldn't move, and there was a creature moving around, like corner to corner, this dark, shadowy creature, and I could sense that it was trying to get close to me, and I was like trying to keep eyes on it, and I was trying to scream. And when I woke up, I realized that I was like, I made a noise. I was like, eh. Because I was trying to scream so much in my dream. I was trying to force it out so much that I finally did. My dog's here. My dog's in the back there doing something. But I finally, like I woke up, like, not screaming, but I woke up like, ugh. And I was like, what was that? And I think some people mix those dreams, those nightmares, for alien abductions. Because when I look back, I was like, that was like almost like a scary alien abduction scenario. That's how they start. Some crazy noises out there. It's kind of freaking me out. But yeah. Anyways. That's cool. You're on the roof. That's fun, being on rooftops. Hopefully it wasn't like a dangerous situation, but yeah, that's fun. Why do we do this? We're so adventurous as kids. You know what I used to do as a kid in 4th grade? I had this crazy friend who taught me this, but he taught me how to run across on top of the monkey bars. And we used to like dare each other. Oh, I bet you can't. I dare you to run across on top of the monkey bars. And I'd be like, oh yeah, watch me do it. And we'd do it. He would do it first, and then he would dare me, and then I would do it. And yeah, we're crazy as kids. We were some crazy kids back in the day. And I drove the car on the road. Well, look at you. Got to do a lot of cool stuff, huh? That's fun. That's fun. Yeah, I bet your parents might think this is like weird that you're hanging out with a 4-year-old American. You might want to get permission. Anyways, you have a good day, young lady. You have a good day, young lady. You got the whole day ahead of you. Don't let me stop you enjoy your day. I'm gonna go to bed. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to cut it short. Yeah, yeah, there you go, Krishna. Sometimes it's just jokes. Sometimes it's one wrong step, and sometimes you gotta allow people to retake their steps. You know, that's the best thing you can do. Anyways, young ladies, young lady. Um, all right, folks. It was fun hanging out with 9-year-olds and teens and all the sorts. Thanks for being my friend today. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired. I'm old. I'm tired. I get cranky if I don't get sleep. I may pee myself. I don't know. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Aw, that's cute. That's cute. How nice. How nice. Krishna's cool. Krishna's cool. Slay DTI Queens is cool. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna go finish this movie. The A Team. Okay. Maybe you're not old. Maybe if you watch horror movies, I don't know. Ask your parents. Be like, hey, can we watch the A Team today? They'll be like, what? But yeah. Anyways, yeah. I need to go to bed. I'm tired. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Okay, it's like 3 in the morning or something. All right, I'm out. I salute you all. Remember, kindness is the greatest thing on the planet. All right, I'm out. I'm gonna stop being cheesy. Skibbity skibbity. See ya. Bye. Bye.